wanaongea na wanahabari, kwa hivyo tuweze kupata mazungumzo hayo.
To see the Republic of Kenya and to see the people who are quite hospitable. So the various missions that are here, EAC, AU, COMESA, IGAT, have endeavored to work with synergy throughout the election observation process. This is in keeping with the pursuit of the African Union vision of Agenda 2063, whereby the various regional economic communities are supposed to be the building blocks for the African economic community that is supposed to be there by the year 2063. In observing elections in the partner states, we are strengthening the political pillar in the integration process. You need to get your politics right if the economy is to prosper. So, we'll have presentations from the various heads of mission, beginning with the East African community, and then the one from the AU Observer Mission. Then after that, we'll have the question and answer session. Then later on, we'll have the presentations from the Commonwealth and the other Observer Mission. So with those many remarks, I would like to invite the head of the EAC Election Observer Mission, His Excellency, Dr. Jakaya Kikwete, to make this presentation on behalf of the EAC mission.
Unasema sana wewe. Excellencies, former presidents who are here leading international election observation missions and other heads of international observation missions, Excellencies, ambassadors and high commissioners present, fellow observers of the East African Community Election Observation Mission, invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Upon the invitation of the Kenyan Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, the Secretary General of the East African Community, Honorable Peter Mathuki, constituted the East African Community Election Observation Mission to the 2022 Kenya General Election. Let me hasten to say that the election observation is one of the fundamental principles of promoting good governance and democracy in the East African Community as per treaty and as per the principles of election observation and evaluation of 2012. The East African Commission Observation Mission comprised 43 East Africans. I'm leading that mission, and Ambassador Fatma Nangiza, who is the chairperson of the Regional Affairs and Conflict Resolution Committee of the East African Legislative Assembly, is my deputy. The members of the mission were drawn from the East African Legislative Assembly, national parliaments, government ministries, electoral management bodies, national youth councils, national human rights institutions, civil society organizations, and East African youth ambassadors. In constituting the mission, the Secretary General is guided, or was guided, by the principle that no national of the country holding the election will be a member of that observation mission. It follows, therefore, that our brothers and sisters of Kenya are not members of this mission. Ladies and gentlemen, the deployment of this mission was preceded by an AU, EAC, and COMESA joint high-level pre-election consultative mission. from the 14th to the 21st of May. Later, from 25th of June to 25th of July, a joint political assessment mission with members of the AU, EAC, COMESA and IGAD conducted an assessment of conflict prevention and mitigation of the risk factors to be taken into account during this year's election in Kenya. Members of the East Africa Election Observation Mission were deployed in 16 teams in 27 counties in Nairobi, Central, Nyanza, Eastern, Western, Rift Valley, and Coastal region. On polling day, we were able to observe elections in 218 polling stations. Before deployment, the mission undertook consultations with stakeholders, including the chairman of the EIB, Independent Electoral and Border Commission, Wafula Chebukati and his commissioners, the Chief Justice, Her Lordship Justice Martha Koome, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, and with regard to presidential candidates, we met in person with His Excellency William Ruto, the Deputy President, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, former Prime Minister, and Reverend David Waihiga. I spoke by phone with Professor George Wajakoya. He was in his village. He went there early to vote, but we agreed to meet when he returns to Nairobi. The other stakeholders we interacted with include the National Police Service of Kenya, ambassadors of the East African Community in Kenya, commissioners of the National Human Rights Commission, commissioners of the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, political parties, the Election Observation Group, ILOG, civil society organizations, faith-based organizations, and the media. We also had consultations with other regional and international observers. Many of them are already here. I attended a special event organized by the Kenya's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, by Secretary Rachel Omamo, organized by 4 observers. The Secretary of ICT, Honorable Joseph Mucheru, the Inspector General of Police, Hilary Nzioki, permanent secretaries from several ministries were present